So I want to share some big news from Bedlam Farm. We have a good healthy flock again after a couple of years. I think part of it was red dying. I think it was hard for me to be around the sheep. And also Maria's is expanding in her yarn and wool campaign. Our friend Liz brought 3 lambs. And it's great to have lambs here again. We have a kind of energetic flock. It's kind of like a rebirth for... Now this thing is really interesting. Look at this. So this is a new lamb. And Maria needs to give her some grain, him. And I think it's amazing what she's done with these sheep and how they just react to her. The other sheep who love grain are eating quietly over there. And Faye, go to the sheep. Is this the, who's this?
Not getting any socks. No, this is socks. She's onto it.
So this is kind of exciting. It's a rebirth for the farm in many ways. It's a reinvigoration of the yarn and wool campaign. And it also shows how Maria is able to communicate with these animals in what I think is a really amazing way. This lamb's only been here 1 day. And she already knows to come into the barn and get some grain. And the other sheep, leave her alone. How much are you giving her?
So I'm giving her this 8 ounces. So I'm giving her like half a cup of this a day, twice a day. And that should be good for her. And then I'll up it. Liz just said I should up it in a while.
So I wanted people to really see this because part of this is really about a new shot in the arm for the farm. We're glad to have a healthy flock again with lambs. And a lot of this is just Maria's amazing ability to communicate with these animals. It's very tricky. You know, sheep go usually stampede and run all over. That's why we had red when there's grain. And they really know to go to their place. Well, socks doesn't seem...
You're not getting any grain. You're not getting any.
And how long does this take?
Just a few minutes.
So how did you get her to do this?
I think she's very smart. I put a handful of grain in her hay one morning, and then the next day, she just followed me into the barn. It's like she knew. I think she's just, they're just smarter than we think they are.
Well, it's amazing for me to see this because I've always had border collies who really kept order and made all these things happen. And without that, I kind of backed away from it all. And now I see you actually doing the same thing, really. Yeah, you're really quite a border collie.
I'm like red.
You're like red. You're not as nice as red, but you're not as mellow as red. But it's a beautiful thing to see this because the lamb, they pick it up. They know what you want. They know what you're saying. And it really is working.
I'm very surprised.
Are you surprised by it?
It really did surprise me, although I was able to do it with Griselle and Zelda. I was able to separate them and feed them, and the other sheep didn't bother with it. That's the thing that really surprised me is that the other sheep don't come. Although Socks is hanging out behind you.
Well, just use it, yeah.
She'll learn.
She'll learn.
She's not getting any.
She's probably not that hungry.
No, she'll go over there as soon as we're done here.
And so when they're done, and who is this?
This is Merricat.
Merricat's what I thought.
Yeah. And so what I'll do, see, she doesn't fight her way in to eat. She won't go to the big feeder. They go sock.
They go sock.
She won't go to the big feeder. So what I do is I put a little bit of hay outside for her to make sure that she gets enough. Come on, sweetie.
I think it's kind of amazing. I've written a lot about Maria's ability to communicate with animals like the donkeys, but to get a lamb to do this and let the other sheep go along with it is really quite remarkable. So what does she do now?
So now I'm going to put some hay out for her.
So all this has brought me back into sheep. I love seeing this healthy, bigger flock. I think that Maria is really into the wool and yarn. This is really a boost for that. So then she also gets her own little pile of so the lambs get their own little pile of hay. Constance over there is not afraid to get in there with the sheep and slug it out. And the other sheep leave their little pile of hay alone.
For the most part they do. Sometimes Lori or Ishikar will come over and eat some of it, but for the most part.
So that's a big pile.
Socks, go back. She's Merricat's mom.
So this is great for the farm. It really enriches the whole idea of having sheep. I'm certainly, I'm realizing that I stayed away from them a bit because Red wasn't here, and I've always done that with him. But this is great. I feel like it's great for the farm. It's great for Maria. It's great for me.
Sheep baby.
And we love taking care of the sheep, and especially having lambs has really juiced it up. And here goes Fate, of course, doing her thing. Well, I just wanted to show everybody that. Are you done? Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm having
This is your video. Maria's walking out of her video.
I just want Faith to get to
So anyway, great. Congratulations. It's great to see you doing this.
Well, I have to say, John, I love that you're into the sheep again.
That-
I thought it was really interesting yesterday when you said that, when you looked at it, you said, now that's a flock of sheep. Like the amount of sheep, the lambs, the mix of older and younger sheep, that it was the flock, and I saw the shepherd in you without the dog.
Yes, well, I love being a shepherd. That's one of the reasons I came up here. And the dogs were always so much a part of it for me. And I think especially when Red died, I found it hard to be around them for a while.
I think it's wonderful that you like come to understand that.
Yeah, and it's bringing me back into it. I don't have as much to do with it as you do, but I love watching it.
But I see your love even of the sheep, of that idea of the flock of sheep, this healthy flock of sheep.
Healthy flock of sheep really brings the farm a big burst of life. I think it's great for the yarn too. It's going to have some beautiful yarn. These are beautiful.
There's such the new sheep, the sheep that Liz has given me. They're beautiful, a beautiful mix of yarn wools. I mean, the new guy, he's Merino, Romney, and Blue-Faced Luster, and another breed that I can't remember the name of. But you see how tall he is. There he is.
Wow, yeah.
He's as
Like a
big
deer.
as Lori.
Looks like a deer.
Has long legs.
And I love Liz just came over and I saw her wandering across the yard with a lamb. We didn't even know she was coming. She wanted to surprise us, and she did surprise us.
She did.
So this is great. This is great news, and it's a great testament to you and your skill with animals. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It surprises me.
All right, I'm going to go throw the ball for Zinnia now.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria,
Thanks, John.
and thanks to Merricat, or whatever the hell your name is. Merricat.
And Constance.
Welcome to Bedlam Farm. What do you think, Fate? Go on, go to the sheep. Yep, more sheep.
We're
More
having
sheep.
a naming contest for our new.
Oh, that's right. Send the name to Maria. You win some magnets and a trip to Paris. No, not this time. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.